Every person under the sound of my voice, I need you to know that you were made for more. From the onset of the Bible, from the very jump, from the very beginning, from the very first pages, God is making it unequivocally known and unapologetically known that you and I were made by Him. That we are created in His image, tailored for an extraordinary purpose, that He has fashioned us to fulfill our divine assignment in any given season, and He has sown seeds of greatness within our DNA. You were made for greatness. You know, growing up, my mom was a Haitian mother, and first day of school is coming back, and I would remember she would anoint our head with oils, and we would walk out the house looking like greasy church's chicken. But my mother would pray for us before we left the house on the first day of school. And she would say these words to me. She'd say, son, that as you leave those doors, not only do you represent me, but I need you to know that you reflect God. And though there are things that you may do that I won't see, I need you to know God sees and that you are a child of God. And she would tell me these words, and when I had my stint of wilding out in my adolescent years, and I was rebellious, and I was reckless, and I was doing all types of craziness, it was the words of my mother reminding me I was a child of God that reverberated in my soul, that brought me back to the standard of what God had truly made me to be. You were made for more. See, I need you to know what's at stake this morning. When you fail to understand who you are, when you fail to understand you were made for more, you will live beneath subpar what God made you to. Rise up, great kings. Rise up, queens. Rise up. You got royalty. You got greatness in your DNA. You were made for more. The reality is, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, God had placed within them their purpose. He had affirmed in them who they were. But they allowed a voice besides God to define who they are. Can I humbly submit to you that as long as you allow the voices of culture or the voices of other people or the judgment and the opinions of other people to be higher than God's voice, you will find yourself living a restricted, limited life when God created you for so much more. You were made for more.